We Filipinos are certified food lovers. We enjoy preparing food and eating with family and friends, and making twists to a variety of dishes. It is through food that we can express our creativity and showcase the rich Filipino culture. Hey, wait a second. Why am I talking about food in the first place? Why am I here in a restaurant? Has our show transformed into a new format or something? Not really. Great day, our dear learners. It's me, Teacher Tony, and welcome to the Chemistry Kitchen. We have come to this place to unleash, once again, the saysay at husay ng inyong mga sarili. Join me in this one-of-a-kind gastronomic adventure as we continue exploring the exciting world of physical science. In last week's episode, we gained knowledge about intermolecular forces of attraction, namely London dispersion forces, dipole-dipole forces, ion-dipole forces, and hydrogen bonding forces. We have also learned how these invisible forces influence properties of matter and how it affects the way we design and make materials. We have been dealing with molecules of non-living things. But have you ever wondered what kind of molecules make up the living systems, including our human bodies? Well, that question will be answered today as we go inside the Chemistry Kitchen. We are very grateful that a chef will be joining us in our discussion for today. For someone who loves cooking like me, it will be an honor to have him, and at the same time, exciting to share knowledge with you all. Without much further ado, join me in welcoming Chef Rancy De Jesus of Metro Cafe. I am Teacher Tony, and thank you for gracing our show.
Yeah, I am happy and excited to cook for all of you.
Wow, that's nice to hear, sir. And just to let you know, you have a very important role. Aside from preparing dishes later on, you'll be joining us in our quest in understanding the ingredients for life. It's called biomolecules. In the kitchen, water is one of the most vital ingredients, right, Chef?
That's right. I can't imagine this place without water.
Exactly. And do you know what, Chef? Water comprises 60% of our body cells. And if you're going to remove that water, what will remain are the molecules that contain carbon. Yes, you heard it right. We humans, just like any other living things, are made up of carbon, along with other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur, or chunks. And together, they form carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids, or collectively known as the biological molecules or biomolecules. Every time we eat, we are providing our body the essential nutrients it needs to survive. Do you agree, Chef?
Certainly. These biomolecules are derived from the nutrients in the food we eat.
This is the reason why we need to consume healthy foods, so we can supply our body with these important molecules that will continue to fuel us. Like what they always say, hashtag food is life. Alright, so speaking of that, let's start to flare things up. I think Chef Rancy is ready to share his easy to cook and nutrient-packed dishes for all of us. What are you going to prepare for us, Chef?
We will be cooking two all-time Pinoy favorites, chicken inasal and pinakbet.
And since it is a barbecue dish, I think the preparation and cooking will also be easy. While waiting for the chicken to absorb the flavors of our marinade, is it true, Chef, that chicken is a healthy alternative to red meat?
Yes, definitely. It is low in calories and rich in vitamins and minerals, such as selenium, which can boost our immunity.
And of course, it is packed with proteins, the first biomolecule. Proteins are made up of building blocks called amino acids. Looking at these on the molecular level, we will see that it is made up of a central carbon atom bonded to 4 different groups: an amino group, a carboxyl group, a hydrogen atom, and a variable side chain, or R, which will determine its identity. Do you know that there are 20 essential amino acids responsible in the formation of different proteins? Peptide bonds make the different combinations of these 20 amino acids possible and will dictate the protein's size, shape, type, and function.
I think we are now ready to grill our chicken. So, you grill it first with the skin side.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So continuously basting it with your annatto oil to keep its moisture.
Okay.
Okay. Just be mindful of the grilling time, so you will not overcook it. So we need the moisture inside the chicken.
Yes. We don't want the chicken to be dry.
Of course, you get all the nutrients from the moisture inside it.
While waiting for that to grill, Chef, what are the other sources of protein aside from chicken?
Of course, other sources of proteins are the meat. Okay, so we have the red meat, which are the beef, pork. Then we have the fish. Of course, they are
Fish.
sources of proteins. Okay. Then we also have these beans. Beans are
the plant sources.
yeah. These are, we call it the legumes.
The
okay?
legumes.
Yeah, the legumes are a good source of proteins as well. As you can see, all the moistures are coming out, so we should be aware of that. Okay, so we should be aware of the grilling time. So okay.
Our dear foodies and learners, time for a quick food chem trivia. Do you know that proteins have both polar and non-polar parts, which allow them to perform a wide range of functions? Our hair and nails have structural proteins called keratin, while our bones, tendons, ligaments, and skin are made up of collagen. We also have proteins in our body that can act as enzymes that help in biochemical reactions, and antibodies that help combat bacteria and viruses. But how are proteins made? They are constructed through a complex action that is blueprinted and carried out by another biomolecule, the nucleic acids. The DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA or ribonucleic acid participates in the making of protein chains from individual amino acids, and they form a particular sequence. The process is called protein synthesis.
We have plated our perfectly cooked chicken in a salad, and this is best served with rice.
And Chef, this will surely energize us because this rice contains the next type of biomolecules called carbohydrates. These are the primary energy sources of our body. It is composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. The carbs that we eat are converted to glucose or blood sugar. And because it has plenty of polar OH group in its structure, it is soluble in our blood. Then, it is ready to be delivered to the different parts of the body to provide nourishment that our cells need. Chef, ano yung mga paborito mong prutas?
Isa sa mga paborito kong prutas is yung mango.
Wow, I
Okay?
also love mangoes.
Diba? It's either green or yellow mango. Sarap niyan. So, yung
Sarap
green
sa-
mango, di ba, pwede sa ulam, pwede sabay sa pagkain.
Sausaw sa bagoong,
Mismo, sarap.
asin, gano'n, di ba? Ako
Yeah.
naman, Chef, ang mga paboritong prutas ay guyabano kasi I love the sour taste, tsaka very rich siya sa vitamin C.
Oh.
And I also love eating watermelon or pakwan.
Wow, sarap yan.
Mukhang matamis, Chef, di ba?
Pwede ba
Sige nga,
tikman?
subukan mo.
Ayan, sarap
Ayan. To our foodies out there,
Sarap nga.
you should always eat watermelon or pakwan. Bakit? Para ikaw lang ang kanyang number one.
Wow.
And fruits like this, the watermelon contains another type of carbohydrate which is called fructose. It is present in all the fruits. And for those who love milk products, they can get a generous amount of galactose from it, another type of carbohydrate. Glucose, fructose, and galactose are actually called monosaccharides because they are all made up of only one sugar unit. Sarap ba, Chef?
The best, ang sarap.
I should try this.
Diba?
Perfect.
Cheers.
Cheers. And Chef, we are now ready to cook our pinakbet. What are the things that we do?
So first, of course, we need oil.
Okay.
So we pour our oil. Start with our onion.
Wow! Yun. Grabe. Translucent na siya, Chef. We are now ready to add our garlic.
Garlic, okay,
Yan.
chopped garlic.
Okay.
Sunod natin is yung kamatis.
Kamatis. And then we are now ready to add the vegetable, Chef, no?
Yes. So yung
Ano
first
natin
vegetable
natin?
nating unahin is yung matagal maluto. So ano ba yung matagal maluto?
So I think that is squash. Tama,
Okay,
Chef?
tama. So lagay mo na yung squash
Squash.
natin, okay? Ano yung susunod natin? Siyempre yung pinakamatagal pa rin maluto, which is your...
I think the sitaw or string beans.
Tama. Okay, so
It's
lagay
also a
natin.
good source of protein. So kung yung technique mo ganun siya. We are now ready to add our ampalaya or our bitter gourd.
Okay.
Chef, totoo ba na para maiwasan yung pait, huwag masyadong haluin?
Sabi nila, pero ang technique na ginagawa namin is we wash it with salt, okay? Then, our last ingredients
Our
is...
last, of course, our eggplants or talong. Our eggplant or talong.
Lalagay naman natin is yung asin. We put
So we
salt
have to-
into our vegetables.
Okay.
So, bakit natin lalagyan ng asin? So, this one, papalabasin niya yung moisture or yung lasa lalo.
Okay.
ng
It brings out the
vegetables.
moisture plus the flavor of the food.
Yes.
Siyempre kapag may salt, sir, merong
Pepper.
pepper. So we have to put some ground pepper. Chef, nakakagutom naman yung yung aroma, yung flavor na para bumabalot sa kitchen natin.
Amoy mo lahat ng flavor,
Yes.
no? Nung ano.
And to complete our dish, syempre hindi naman pinakbet yan or pakbet kung walang
Bagoong.
Bagoong.
Okay, so this is our bagoong alamang.
okay.
So, ito naman natin pang ilang para.
Yun. And chef, you know what? Kapag nagluluto po ako ng pakbet, I add a little bit of sugar. Kasi ang sabi ng mga napapanood ko sa YouTube or mga ibang chef, it balances the flavor. Tama po ba yun?
Yes. Tama yun. Teach, nilalagyan natin ng sugar para mabalance yung flavor. So, may saltiness ka, meron kang spiciness from the
Yes.
pepper. Then, we put sugar. Okay?
We put sugar. Sugar. And a little, trivia lang, chef, no? So, alam mo ba na ang sugar is another type of carbohydrate. So, it's chemically called as sucrose or table sugar.
Wow, ngayon ko lang nalaman yan,
Yun.
Teach Tony. Our last ingredient that we will put is, of course, the important thing is the
Yes, water.
water. Okay. Teach Tony, I guess our binakbet is ready.
Yes, looks very good.
So, plato na natin ito, di ba?
Yes, let's plate it, chef.
Teach Tony,
Wow.
our binakbet is ready.
Thank you, chef. I will
There you
definitely enjoy this because I'm a certified veggie lover. And you know what, chef? Vegetables contain another type of carbohydrates. So, hindi pa tayo tapos sa mga carbohydrates.
Okay.
For this particular carbohydrates, we have what we call cellulose in the plant cells. The cellulose help them to be stiff and to stay upright. So, we humans cannot digest cellulose. But why is it important that we eat vegetables? This is because they contain essential dietary fiber which helps reduce bad cholesterol levels. So, ayaw natin ng cholesterol, chef, di ba?
Of course.
So, what are we going to do? Dapat matuto tayong kumain ng gulay! Cellulose is an example of the third type of carbohydrates called polysaccharides. They are made up of long chains or branches of sugar units. They can also act as molecules for energy storage. Starch is the stored carbohydrate in plants. For animals and humans, the stored carbs is called glycogen. Stored in the liver and muscle cells, it serves as a backup fuel of our body.
That is right, Teach. It is really fun working with you because I get to learn interesting facts. So, tara, tikman natin yung ginawa natin.
Alright, Chef, let's go.
Tara!
Alright, Chef, let's dig into this delicious and nutritious dishes that we have prepared. I think this chicken inasal is best served or paired with this chicken oil. Wow.
Yes, indeed. But Teach, Ton, be careful or mindful with this annatto oil, okay? Because it might be not good for your health.
Okay, thank you for the reminding, Chef. Oh, I almost forgot. This oil reminded me of the third type of biomolecule, which is the lipids. Just like carbohydrates, lipids are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They are made up of repeating units called fatty acids. Lipids may differ in structure, but they share the common property of being hydrophobic or insoluble in water. They lack polar and hydrogen bonding functional groups in their structure.
Teach, Ton,
Yes, Chef.
we often hear about fat and oil.
Yes.
So, chemically speaking, what are the differences between the two?
Nice question, Chef. We have to take note that they are both triglycerides. When we say triglycerides, they are made up of one glycerol molecule with three attached fatty acids.
Okay.
But when we say fat, we refer to solid triglyceride. They come usually from animal sources. It contains high proportion of saturated fatty acids. But when we say oil, we are referring to liquid triglycerides. They are actually or commonly found in plant sources.
Question. If we consume too much of this,
Yes.
what diseases can we get?
If a person consumes too much of the fatty acids, like the fats and the oil, he or she might get diseases referring to heart diseases, obstruction of their arteries, and even high level of cholesterol in their body. Plus, they may also get obese.
Okay.
So they will become overweight. So we don't want too much level of fatty acids in our body.
So high blood, cancer,
Yes,
like that.
cancers may also prevail. Thank you very much, Chef Renzi, for this sumptuous and nutritious dishes that you have prepared for us. I really enjoyed working with you here in our chemistry kitchen.
Same here. I enjoyed working with you and I learned a lot about chemistry. Anytime, you're welcome here, Ton.
Thank you, Chef.
Welcome.
There you have it. We are done investigating the chemistry of each biomolecule, the ingredients necessary for the continuity of life in our planet. But our gastronomic adventure is not yet over. In today's episode, we've talked about biomolecules that are present in the nutrients in the food we eat. Based on my research, protein energy malnutrition and micronutrient deficiencies remain to be the leading nutritional problems in the Philippines. How can Pinggang Pinoy help address this concern? And what tips can you share to all of us so we can sustain proper nutrition?
In 2015, the Department of Science and Technology, Food and Nutrition Institute, or FNRI, developed and released a guide for food intake. This is called Pinggang Pinoy, Healthy Food Plate for Filipinos. Pinggang Pinoy is patterned after a plate model which shows the division and proper allocation of food items in your plate. 17% of your plate must come from protein component, such as chicken, fish, eggs, tofu, and dairy. 33% must come from carbohydrate components, such as rice, pasta, bread, or cereals. The biggest chunk of your Pinggang Pinoy plate must come from fruits and vegetables, which allocates 50% of the total plate. In order to complete Pinggang Pinoy, there is a need of the last factor, and this is the provision of drinking water daily. Take note, drinking water, not coffee, milk tea, soft drinks, or fruit shakes. But the question now is, how can Pinggang Pinoy help fight malnutrition? Basically, our body needs macro and micronutrients in order to function well. Each component of Pinggang Pinoy represents these nutrients. For example, meat component gives us protein. Rice component gives us carbohydrates. Fruits and vegetables gives mainly vitamins and minerals. When we follow Pinggang Pinoy, we are letting ourselves take in the nutrients that our body needs. Not only it gives us the variety of food items, it also gives us a proper proportion and proper amount of food items that we need in our daily meals. This addresses our problem in energy deficiency that leads to malnutrition. Also, eating fruits and vegetables mainly gives us vitamins and minerals, which are micronutrients. This now combats our micronutrient deficiencies that contributes to the malnutrition problem of our country. Remember to keep your plate colorful because the more colorful your plate has, the more nutrient that you get. Why? Because vitamins, minerals, and other food components, phytochemicals, often gives out the color of the food. So the more colorful, the better.
Truly, Pinggang Pinoy promotes healthy eating habits for Filipinos of all ages. We are now ready to play a quick game that will assess how much you have learned today. The game is called Biomolecules, Fact or Bluff. I will be telling several statements, and your task is to tell me whether it is a fact or a bluff. I am sure that this will be just a piece of cake for a certified biomolecule foodie like you. Ready? Let's begin. Number 1. The molecules of carbohydrates and lipids are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Go! The correct answer is fact.
Yes.
Number 2. Lactose found in milk is a fusion of one glucose molecule and one fructose molecule. Ready? Go! The correct answer is bluff. Because lactose is formed when a glucose and a galactose molecule combined. Number 3. A triglyceride is made up of one fatty acid and 3 glycerol molecules. Ready? Go! Alright, let's see who gets the correct answer. The correct answer is a bluff. Because triglycerides are made up of only one glycerol molecule and 3 fatty acids. Ready for number 4? Alright, energy pa. Number 4. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Ready? Go! Let's see. Amino acids. The correct answer is fact.
Yes.
Okay. So you already got 2 points each. And for the final statement, nucleic acids are made up of repeating units called nucleotides. Ready? Go! Alright. The correct answer is... we got a winner! Fact!
Yes.
Congratulations! I know you did well in this biomolecule game of ours. Thank you! Today, we have learned about the chemistry behind the ingredients of life, the biological molecules. Biomolecules are grouped into 4 classifications, namely carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Their molecular structure and interaction is the reason why they have different characteristics, properties, and functions. That ends our gastronomic adventure for today. I hope you had fun as much as I did. Make sure to watch our next episode as we investigate chemical reactions. This has been Teacher Tony, and it's an honor to have taught, inspired, and empowered you today. Continue unleashing the saysay at husay ng inyong mga sarili in everything that you do. Bye!